We're going to Morocco. I can't believe the day's actually here. I've been in my van for like a week straight, which is the longest stretch that I've had all summer. When I get back, I will be in my van until the end of November, which is really, really nice. For now, I'm going to Morocco for 10 days. This is the only bag that I'm bringing. I feel like that's pretty good. I've gotten really good this summer at packing light because I've been doing a lot of different like backpacking type things. So I have this, and then I'm just getting a purse to carry with me. Both of these will, like, this will be a carry-on on the plane, but this will be like under my seat on the plane. And then I'll also have this to like carry around in Morocco because obviously I'm gonna want to have a separate bag. I have also a small hiking bag in here because I will be doing some hiking in the Atlas Mountains. I'm so excited. I honestly have no idea what this trip is going to be like. It's a work trip for me. I'm filming it for Intrepid. This video is not sponsored. This is just for fun. But yeah, they're sending me on the trip. It's a women's expedition. I'm gonna get to see a lot of like the culture of Morocco, which will be very cool because it is like so different than the US. The reason why it's really cool that it's a women's expedition is because you can be in a lot more intimate settings that way. We'll be in these women's homes taking cooking classes. They'll be able to take their hijabs off. It's gonna be like a different experience in that sense than if you just go to Morocco not on like a women's type trip, which I'm really excited about. You guys know I love women's trips. I created a company where I'm doing 14 women's trips next year to various different national parks in the US, and I just think that that space is so special. So to have an experience with a company that's also doing similar things to that is just incredible, and I feel really grateful that this is my work. Like, that's crazy. This vlog is just gonna be kind of like the whole week. I think I'm just gonna include little snippets here and there into a long form video. I feel like my long form videos typically I choose like one day and I do the whole day, but I really want you guys to get kind of like the full experience of what Morocco is like, and I feel like I'll be able to show that more if I just do it throughout the week. I'm also going to be obviously filming short form the entire time, so you'll get to see more on there too. All right, I love you guys. Let's head to the airport. About to board this first flight to Paris. It's like 9 hours. Yay. We're in Morocco! Oh my god, I am so tired. I got to my hotel. I just took an hour nap. I have to meet the lady that's kind of running this in 15 minutes to go to dinner. I feel, I would say, physically ill. I've been up besides that hour-long nap for like over 30 hours, so definitely going through it a little bit. I'm very excited to like sleep tonight and then reset. This is outside my window right now though. Good morning. Okay, I'm feeling much better. I got like 9 hours of sleep last night. I set my alarm for 8 o'clock. I feel like I probably could have slept until like 11 and I wouldn't have woken up, but here we are. I have to leave here at 9:30. Right now it is 8:54, so I'm gonna finish packing up and then go downstairs and get some breakfast. There's like free breakfast at the hotel. This first couple days, it's just me and a guide and we're doing some hiking. I honestly don't know much about what this trip is gonna be like because it was all planned for me. This is a work trip for me, but my work is going and filming the trip, so don't know that much about it. We're just gonna show up and see what it's like. But I know today we're hiking for like 4 hours. Apparently we have to drive somewhere like 2 hours away. We're gonna get lunch there, we're gonna go hike, and then we're going to the hotel. So it is a pretty like chill day. Hopefully I'll be able to go to bed pretty early tonight, and by the time the actual group trip starts, which is in like 3 days from now, I'll be like completely caught up on normal time because I think that's when the schedule is gonna get a bit busier. This first couple days, like, it's gonna be tiring in the sense that we're hiking a lot, but not tiring in the sense that we're like doing a lot. Like for me, sometimes like walking around cities and stuff feels more exhausting than hiking because I'm used to hiking. But it's crazy to be here. Dinner last night was really good. It was like, I don't even know how to explain it. I'll show you more of the food obviously in this vlog. I just could not be bothered last night to have my camera out. I was so tired. Okay, I just made it to the hotel. We're in this tiny little mountain town. We took the craziest winding roads to get here. This is the view outside of my hotel window. That's crazy. You can see the town over there. The mountains going this way. We're going up and kind of hiking somewhere over there. Here's the bed. I'm obsessed with these pillows. Love. Very bare bones, but honestly pretty big. Little coat rack. Dresser. Hello. An actual wood stove for winter. And then a little bathroom. Has a toilet. Shower that you just kind of shower in the middle of the bathroom, but that works. I'm so tired. This jet lag is really like kicking my butt right now. I feel like usually it's fine after I get one good night of sleep, but I could have slept for like 4 more hours this morning when my alarm went off. And the drive to here was pretty brutal. I was getting like a little bit car sick and also like had a headache from the jet lag and I was getting nauseous. I was like, oh. But now that I'm like a little bit more settled, I'm feeling better. We're gonna go hiking and then I think I have the rest of the night to kind of chill, eating lunch in like 5 minutes or something. And I saw the kitchen. It looks like very like it's like they're just in their house cooking is the vibe that I got from the kitchen. But oh my God, it's stunning. I'm so excited. I needed my passport. Luckily I had a picture of it, but our guide just went up, so fingers crossed. The photo of the passport worked. We're hiking right now. This is actually the trail that goes up to the tallest peak in North Africa, which is like, they're saying 4,100 meters, which I think is around 12,000 feet. We're not going all the way to the top, sadly. Okay, so this is vegetable tajin, and then noodles, pasta. So 5 times a day they do a call basically for prayer, and right now it's sunset, which is kind of what you heard in the background there. I'll have like my tour guide explain a little bit more about like the 5 prayers.
So in Islam, Muslims pray 5 times a day, and each prayer has a specific time linked to the movement of the sun. The prayers are called Fajr, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, and Isha. So the first one is before dawn, the second one called Dhuhr is in the midday, third one is in the afternoon called Asr, and the fourth one is in the after the sunset. We call that Maghrib. The last one is at night. We call it Isha. All the prayers, they have the call to the prayer that you just heard.
Good morning. It is 7:30 a.m. I did not sleep like basically at all last night. I tried to go to bed at like 10 and I feel like I was up until like 3 a.m. This jet lag is kicking my butt. That being said, it's another day and hopefully I'll just be so tired tonight that I have no choice but to sleep. Also, I have my phone like right here, so I'm sorry if I'm not looking directly at the camera, but I only have like 10 minutes. So I'm gonna put on a little bit of makeup. I am gonna be filming a lot today. The reason why I'm here is they're raising money for a foundation called the High Atlas Foundation. And it is a foundation that is raising money to keep girls in school. So super exciting, super cool cause. We're going today to visit that foundation. I don't know if we're visiting the actual girls or if I'm just meeting the people that are running the foundation here, but we're gonna find out. That is kind of like the crazy part about this trip is like, I don't know that much about what we're doing every day. Like I just kind of showed up and it's all planned, which is fun. Last night dinner was amazing. I'm obsessed with where we're staying right now. I kind of wish we had one more day here. There's not really like, there is a town, like you can see it from here. It's like right there. Beautiful. But we're staying like right at the base of the mountain, which was really nice yesterday because we just hiked straight from where we are. Like we didn't have to drive to the hike and we're like overlooking the town, which is like nestled right on top of that mountain, which is really cool. I haven't really put on makeup this trip, but since I'm going to be filming to like make short form videos to hopefully like promote this foundation and get people to donate money to get these girls to be able to go to school, sometimes it just gives me that extra like, especially when I did not sleep very well last night. Just a little bit of blush. Usually if I can't sleep, I just lay there with my eyes closed and eventually I'm able to sleep. It's like very rare for me to not be able to sleep, but I was like reading, like I was like, there's like nothing at this moment that's gonna make me be able to fall asleep. And then just a little bit of mascara. Okay, then I'll show you guys my outfit really quick. It's very modest here. So I have this shirt and then long black skirt. Just gonna wear it with these little sandals. I have breakfast in like 20 minutes, so I'm gonna finish packing up my bag and then head there. Okay, we just got to our next hotel. Going to that foundation was everything. I have so much to tell you guys about it, but first I have to give you a room tour of this new place because my jaw is on the floor. This is crazy. So you walk in here, there's a seating area, a whole fireplace. And you turn around, the bed area is my favorite. I love these light fixtures and just like all of the little details are crazy. It's so beautiful. Outside here, there's a private little terrace. I have a little seating area, then another little seating area over there. Hello. This is the bathroom. It's all this like stucco material. And then there's a gorgeous shower, toilet. There's also like a big pool area over there that's like communal and it's gorgeous. Everything is absolutely beautiful. I wish I had more time here because I'm obsessed with this place. We have like 2 hours before they're gonna give me a little tour of the town that we're in, I'm pretty sure. She said hike, but I don't know if it's like an actual hike or more just like a walk. I am gonna change into some different clothes just in case, but really quickly, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna give you like an overview of the whole foundation and everything that they're doing. So this foundation is called the High Atlas Foundation. The main goal of it is to get more girls to stay in school. And they realized that the biggest barrier for girls getting into school or going to school in general was the fact that it cost money to transport them to school and the families couldn't afford it. It costs around $35 a month for the average family to transport each kid to school. And the average family in this town makes around $1,000 a year. So obviously that becomes an expense that is impossible for them to afford. So for this foundation, instead of just paying for the kids to go to school, they have been working on a solution to actually make it so these families can afford it on their own. Kind of like if you teach a man to fish, you'll feed him for the rest of your life, but if you give him fish, you'll feed him for a day. So they asked these families what they needed. This is a very agricultural based area, and so most of these families are farming on their land. The issue is that the things that they're farming are mostly like grains, which they can't sell for that much. But in order to dedicate the land that they have to things that they could sell for more, it would take years to kind of get that started up. So things like fruit trees, like olive trees, pomegranate trees, sells for much, much higher. And so they've started these plant nurseries where they are propagating the plants and getting them to a point where they can then transport them to these people's lands and these people can farm them and hopefully create a higher income for themselves. So it's super, super cool. We were able to visit in the plant nursery. They had these tents full of trees and he was like, how many trees do you think are in here? And I was like, I don't know, 500. And he was like, there's 8,000. But this goes so much further, right? So after we went to the nursery area, we went over to the women's co-op. And this place is really special. It was built by the women that we met there. These are women who were looking for work and who had an idea and who made it happen. And the foundation helped them do it, but this was their vision and they also self-funded a lot of it. Obviously, we're visiting them. They're in this like gorgeous building where they make a lot of these carpets and crafts and things like that. But then they also have educators come in and teach literacy classes and things like that on Sundays because a lot of these women never were able to go to school. So not only are they able to make money by being in this co-op and by selling the art that they make, but they're also getting educated at the same time. So they started the journey to building their co-op. They started it in a tent and then the foundation was able to give them some of the funding, but for a year and a half, they worked without taking any dividends from the co-op and put all of that money of them working in a tent every day for a year to make these beautiful carpets and jewelry and things and sell them to build the co-op that they now have. And so it was really, really special to just get to talk to them. And, you know, I was able to ask them like where they saw the co-op in a year, and their goal is to grow it, to work with women from other villages to bring in more people. Also, all of them said that one of their main goals is to have their children have more opportunities than they had. In 2016, in these villages, no girls went to school, and now over 50% of girls are in school, which I think, coming from a perspective like most of my audience is American, like that seems crazy that 50% of girls aren't in schools, but that's why this work is so important to continue. And it's something that we can really help with, because while these plant nurseries are like really helping these families get the funding that they need, it costs anywhere from $50,000 to $70,000 to open up one of these nurseries. And once it's up and running, they can run it for a long time, but getting the irrigation systems put in, getting the power systems put in, they use solar for a lot of it. That kind of stuff is really expensive. And that is kind of my goal through sharing it on social media, is hopefully getting people to rally behind it and donate and raise money to build resources like this in more towns, because it's obviously helping so much. I'm gonna leave the link in the description below. Obviously it's not an obligation, but anything that you could give goes a long way. They built their whole co-op, the whole building, for $16,000, and it took them a whole year of 15 plus women working every day to raise that $16,000. So imagine what we could do if we raised $10,000, like how much that would help them to be able to build this in more places. So that's the goal. I just wanted to share this a little bit in this video because it was so special. I think it also opened my eyes a lot. I feel so lucky to be from a country where education is a given. It's something that we see as a right. Everyone has the right to an education, and I think visiting countries where it's not something that's seen as a right, it just makes me feel so lucky to be from where I'm from, and also hopefully be a voice to bring these opportunities to more people. In my opinion, everyone should have access to education. Back to regularly scheduled programming. Good morning. Yesterday was kind of a reset day back in Marrakesh right now, and then we met up with the rest of the group. So the rest of this trip is the women's expedition that is with Intrepid. So there are 7 people, including me. We're driving about 7 hours today, and then the rest of the trip will be hiking from village to village. Let's see if I can get this bag closed. It's way too early for this. I've been really having trouble sleeping. It's like I'll be so tired, and then when I'm going to go to sleep, I'm like not tired at all. I'm like so wired. Like I am tired, but can't actually sleep. And then by the time I fell asleep, it's like 3 a.m. and then my alarm goes off at 7. I've been really struggling to adjust the time. This is like the most jet lagged on a trip I've ever been. But we're getting through it. Hello, you guys. It has been like 3 days since I've talked to you last. I have had the craziest food poisoning. The first day, like the last day that you guys saw, I was kind of feeling like uneasy all day, and I was attributing it to lack of sleep and like jet lag. But then around 11 a.m. things started to go really wrong, and I was like, oh no, I'm like really sick. And so I ended up contacting the lady that like runs the group trip, and she's super accommodating. She was like, you can stay there, like don't worry about it. So the group went on. I stayed here. It wasn't really getting better, and it had been like almost 24 hours, so they took me to the hospital, got some meds, like some anti-nausea meds and some antibiotics. My stomach is somewhat better. I will say I've been really struggling to eat, and I think a lot of it is, especially in rural Morocco, there's not a lot of options for food, and a lot of the food is the same and the same thing that I was eating before. And I have this aversion in my head right now because it is the food that made me sick, and like my body is physically not letting me eat it. it, and I was supposed to go meet up with the group today, and I was having such bad anxiety about it because I was like, this is not sustainable for me. Like if I were to end up like staying here and having this continue for like 5 more days, like I would just be in a really unhealthy place, and I know that. And so I was getting really bad anxiety about it, and I called my mom. My mom was like, Abby, you just need to come home. She was like, you're like always someone that's like go go go, and I get that like you want to have the experience and you want to do this, but like it's like not worth it. Like some things are just not worth it. Like you need to take care of yourself, you need to come home. So luckily I called the person at Intrepid Travel, which is the company that I'm here with, and they were so nice. Like I'm here working with them and I haven't finished all of the work that I'm supposed to do. Good news, at this point we did raise over $16,000 and our goal was 10,000, so I do feel like very proud of that fact. I was supposed to make a couple more videos for them. Obviously I'm making this, hopefully, which this is not sponsored, and I'm gonna try to mention them in a few other ways to like make up for the fact that I wasn't actually able to document any of the women's expedition. But they were like so understanding. So I am driving back to Marrakesh today. The drive is like 7 hours. They're gonna pick me up in like 45 minutes. And then I'm on a flight at 6 a.m. tomorrow. I think it's really hard for me. Like I feel a little bit like, one, I'm so happy to be going home and it has like relieved my anxiety so much. But on the flip side of that, I have this weird feeling like I'm like giving up like this whole time. And it's so funny. Like I don't know why I feel this way because I know that like no one else feels this way. Like food poisoning is literally the worst. This is my first time having it, but it is no joke, let me tell you. But it is like, I was like telling my mom, I was like, I just don't want them to think that I'm like a baby. And she's like, Abby, literally no one's gonna think that. Because if this happened to someone else, I would look at it and I'd be like, oh my God, poor thing. That sucks so bad, blah, blah, blah. And in my head, when it's me, I'm like, come on, like suck it up, buttercup. Like, I'm gonna get off this tangent or whatever, but let's go. I just got into the car that they're taking me back in. They gave me a donut. Honestly, I feel like I'm gonna be able to eat this potentially easier than some of the other food, which I know sounds crazy. Actually, I don't know. The thought of food sounds so good because I'm so hungry, but then when I actually go to eat it, my body like won't let me swallow it. I don't know if that makes sense. We're gonna try our best. I just got to the hotel. I am so unwell. Like I keep having these like phases of like this morning I woke up and I was like, okay, like I'm good, like whatever. I'm like feeling better. And then I like get to these moments and I'm like, oh, I'm not good. I'm not better. Hopefully, like once I get home, all of that will work itself out, but let's go get some food. Okay, I got spaghetti. They put cheese on it, but I'm just gonna take it off. I'm so anxious right now because I felt like I was blaming it all on the food, so if I can't eat this as well, then that just means that I'm still sicker than I thought, but we're gonna hope for the best. I think I'll be able to get at least some of this down. Okay, I did eat that spaghetti. I do not feel good. I'm not sure what's going on, but still extremely nauseous. It's only like 5 p.m., but I have to wake up at like 2:30 to get the airport shuttle at 3, so I think I'm just gonna go to sleep now. I'm taking my antibiotics. I couldn't even remember what it's called. I usually try to be like a really positive person, but this is like one of the worst experiences of my life. Well, hello. Obviously it's been a few days. I'm back in the US. I planned to like film the whole going home process and all of that. It was so miserable. Like I couldn't even imagine picking up my camera and vlogging. When I tell you that was like the worst travel day of my life, so bad. I went to urgent care, still waiting for the test results to come back. They switched my meds and I am feeling better. I think the meds that they had me on were making me feel really nauseous and I was already kind of nauseous. My stomach is still really messed up. Like I've been eating really like bland foods, but it feels like there's like a rock in my stomach pretty much all the time. I am figuring it out. I am feeling better than I was for sure, like so much better. I'm so glad that I came home early. Like I can't believe that I would still be in Morocco right now. That's like crazy for me to think about. I do think that Morocco is like an amazing country and I'm really sad that I didn't get to experience as much of it as I was going to. And I'm sure eventually, hopefully one day I'll be able to go back. I think right now that feels like really soon. Like I feel like I have like PTSD from that experience. Like that's how crazy it was. I love you guys. I'm sorry this was not the vlog that I intended it to be. And I just like could not film a lot when I was sick. That was the sickest I've ever been in my entire life. and I'm still sick. I am supposed to be doing that race where you hike the elevation gain of Mount Everest in a day. It's literally a week from today. I am not sure if I'm gonna be able to do it, to be honest. Like, I lost quite a bit of weight. I still haven't been able to eat the amount that I feel like I would need to eat to get that back and feel healthy again before doing something like that. I'm not like writing it off completely. I did go to the gym today and do a workout just to like see how I felt, because I felt really good when I woke up this morning. And I will say I felt good working out, and I was like, oh, maybe I will be able to do it. And then it completely zapped my energy. The rest of the day I have felt like I'm in like a fog, and I think that that is just like my body's way of being like, you're not, you need to chill. And we all know I'm not very good at that. So I'm gonna try to listen to it tomorrow. I'm just gonna like go for a walk and like kind of see how things are progressing. But yeah, that is to be determined, because I really want to do it. It's like something that I think is so cool, and I'm really pissed just because I was in such good shape before this, and I was like in a place where I was really ready to like take on something like that and do it, and I was so excited about it. I'm trying to like weigh the pros and cons, and I'm also realizing that like no one will care if I do it except for me, and is that worth potentially like setting myself back in terms of like getting better from this? So, and I don't even know if physically I could do it in the state that I'm in. Anyway, I don't know what it is yet. I will post an update when I do know what it is. My guess is that it's something bacterial from something that I ate. So like E. coli, salmonella, something like that. But obviously I won't know until the test results come back. Doesn't really matter either way. I am on antibiotics that would take care of something like that. If it is viral, then there's like really nothing I can do except for like wait it out anyway. Because my sister said it could also be like rotavirus or something like that. Like, no matter what it is at this point, I'm doing everything that I could be doing to make it better. So it doesn't really matter what it is. I'm just in this state right now. But I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. You know, life doesn't always go as planned.